Well, we find ourselves again in the great outdoors, and hopefully the neighbor's air conditioning will not be too bothersome as we discuss important life issues. You know, I come out here because I like it. I like the peace of it. I like the warmth. I like this nice summer we're having. I like, escaping the confines of the studio. Some of you may say, well, Scott, your microphone downstairs sounds so much better than this. This is a decent outdoor microphone, but, if you have the choice, why wouldn't you go in there and turn on the fancy business? And I say to you, nay. Sometimes you want to hear an airplane go right over your head. You hear that? Or you want to hear the neighbor's air conditioning. It's a reminder that there are people in there that are hot, and, they're not going to cool themselves. They need the assistance of modern technology and infrastructure to make that happen. Oh, and it's raining. That's fantastic. Is it, though? Yeah, we got big drops coming. I don't know where this is coming from because the sun's out. That's fine. We'll let that be what it is. Anyway, it's great to see you. And I don't really see you, so I guess it's just good to talk to you. And I had a thing I wanted to talk about real quick that has been burning a little hole in my head for a while now. The birds are freaking out because I don't mean to, this might actually help with the topic I'm going to talk about, because you're going to probably agree with me in a second when I tell you what I think is wrong with me. But these birds are losing their minds all of a sudden. I think they're like telling each other, dude, there's rain. Somehow the sun's out, but there's rain. Get the F out. Somebody tell Jerry. Shut it all down. All right. You guys hear that landing now? I don't want to move. I want to stay here. F it, I'm staying here. I'm staying in the rain. This can't go very long. It's like barely, there's a cloud up there, but it's small, and the sun is like out. All right, well, so far the rain has not hit this microphone, and really that's all that matters. Okay. I'm convinced more than ever, and I know that there's a way to confirm this, but I'm convinced more than ever that I have undiagnosed ADD or ADHD, some form of that, something in that realm, that range, that spectrum. I'm in there, and I've long not predicted it, suspected it most of my life. More lately than usual, but most of my life I've had a feeling. And it's based on very little knowledge of how any of that actually works. But like even my sister, a professional therapist and psychologist, she believes that I have some kind of undiagnosed condition, if you want to call it that. Oh, I'm getting so wet now. Sorry, hold on. Okay, I'm moving the mic a little closer, hopefully my phone, okay, I put my phone in my pocket. I'm gonna get enough. Okay, it's better. And the reason I believe this is, especially lately, I cannot focus on stuff. I can get the minimums done, like the stuff I need to do and get done and have happen on time and all that. That's all happening. Whatever that may be. But today, I have a to-do list of about 12 things, 13 things or so. And maybe it's because it's 13, it's unlucky. I need to change the number. Anyway, I've got these 12 to 13 things. And I'm thinking, well, I better get on this. And then I go, wait, which one do I start with? And before I know it, I've started with 4 of them and then gone back to do something that's not even on the list. And then realizing it and going back and saying, whoa, slow down, Scott, go back and do that again. Well, water just hit the mic, damn it. And then I do that, and then I realize, oh crap, I've gotten no further on any of these things. I've only made a tiny bit of progress. And also I go on tangents a lot. And tangents are part of I think they're part of my profile, Some people listen to my content because, or part of why they enjoy it, I should say, is because I like tangents. And tangents can be funny and can take us places, right? There's value in tangents. But I don't I don't think it's coming from a planned place. It's coming from like a weird, I can't control it place. Here's the other reason that I think this is like the most HIPAA violating episode of anything I've ever done. Here's another reason though. Stimulants of any kind, caffeine. That's about it. Actually, I don't really take any other stimulants or have them that I know of. I'm trying to think. Any other? No, that's really it. So I might take one of those morning booster things, like those little drinks where they're like, chock full of caffeine and vitamin B and all that. That or just a tall, Coke Zero or something, whatever. But whenever caffeine enters me, my focus improves quite a bit. And it's not like I'm tired before the boost. In fact, usually not at all tired. But I consume the caffeine and I'm immediately more focused. So what will happen is you put something out in front of me and I'm kind of scattered all over the place. You give me the caffeine, half hour later, I'm very focused and I rip through that stuff one at a time, fully, completely, thoroughly, on to the next thing, focused on that, not thinking of 12 other things while I'm doing it. And my understanding is my very limited understanding. And I have doctor friends who will probably write or call in about this immediately and tell me, well, whatever they're going to say. They're going to correct me. And that's fine. I appreciate that. I trust professionals. But they're going to tell me that, drugs like Adderall, that's a stimulant, right? In the 80s, people were big on cocaine because cocaine helped them not only stay up all night and be super energetic, but also extremely focused. I don't know if meth does that or not. There's differences, and drinking a bottle of whiskey is not the same as eating a bunch of THC edibles in the same way. You know what I mean? Like, there's differences, but medication that is designed to help people with their attention deficit disorder or hyperactive, what is it? ADHD? Attention deficit. What's the H for? This is me doing it again, by the way. This is me tangenting, but hold on. AD, attention deficit, HD, hyperactive disorder? Anyway, I know full well that this is self-diagnosis. This is not me talking to anybody who would know or has given me tests that would determine this. I'm literally not afraid to do it, but I'm like hesitant to go and have any of this done officially because this is like a lot later in life to be doing that. So it's just not something I think about, and I am a functioning human. But I also kind of don't want to know for sure. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like I don't. Okay, the rain stopped, so I can chill a little here. That was weird. And the birds are chirping again. That means everyone come back in. The rain's done. Oh, hi, puppy. Someone just let the dog out. Who let the dog out? And the answer is my wife. Anyway. Yeah, do I really want to know? Do I want to find that out? And if I do, what will change? They'll want me. So one of two things happens. Either they want you on therapy or they want you on medication to treat it. But then I'm going to be in a situation where I can only really, it'll be miraculous to the point where it'll be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how much focus I have now. But then it'll be like, yeah, and if you ever quit, you're going to be a mess. I hate that. Right? Part of me believes you get whatever you get and then you live with it. You deal with it. I don't know if this was just because I was taught that or something, or just, I don't know. It's a weird thing with me. I don't feel like, like if I was missing a left leg, I wouldn't be complaining all the time that I was missing a left leg. I would just get on with it. No offense to anyone who's lost limbs. I realize that's an extreme example, but you know what I'm saying. So something catastrophic like right now happened like that. Let's say I go outside and get struck by lightning, and now I can't feel half my body and my eyes don't work, as an example. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to just move on. I can't. What else am I going to do? I can't fix it. And in this case, medication would probably help, But do I really want to get on something, and then just have this, like, not dependence in the addiction sense, but like, a thing I gotta do all the time. Bleh. And just know that it's not. I like 100% Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, I like unfettered. But now I think about it, when people drink coffee every day, a lot of them are doing that for that boost, right? That's where they get their energy in the morning. I'm not judging that at all. But I'm sure that they don't think of it as medication. They just know it helps them with their energy levels in the morning. So what's the difference between that and a prescribed medication? I guess I just get hung up on potential stigma around it. And that's dumb, because I don't actually think there should be one. Like, I'm a big proponent of stuff dealing with mental health shouldn't be stigmatized anymore, and that we should, it's just holding us back as a species by allowing it to be stigmatized. But at the same time, I don't want to be loaded up with stuff. And I think, well, who am I to say that this isn't just my lot? This is it. This is who I am. So, there you go. That's what we do. But what if I did get medicated and it's just changed it so fundamentally that I became the most productive human being I've ever known? And I can just do so much more and pull off all the little hopes and dreams I still have rattling around in my head, and the projects that I never can seem to get around to get off the ground. And like, what if I'm holding myself back by not doing it? So I got all these questions swirling around in my dumb head. And Ripley, you're not meant to be over there. Ripley, come out here. Hey, you guys dig over there and Kim gets pissed. Stay over here. Good girl. Ripley, come on. Sorry, hang on a second. Ellen Ripley. Hey, come out here. Come over here. That's a good girl. If you need to pee, go around there. You know where to go. Do you want to smell my microphone? Smell. Yeah, that's her. She would eat that if I let her. Ew, you made it snotty. Oh. All right, well. That's great. Anyway. I say anyway a lot, don't I? Let's see if we can change that. Let's come up with another crutch word. Anyhow. Back to my point. Like, what do you say when you're trying to bring it back around? Coming back around, I could say that. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just putting this out in the ether. Probably nothing will come of it. It feels good to talk about it because to me it's of interest, I am desirous of answers in this way. If you want, if you're wondering what like recent stuff may have got me into this thinking, it's just, again, it's this list of things I got to do that I can't seem to do. And normally it's like, oh, I'll go on a trip, and we did that for my birthday. We took 4 days away, and Kim and I, just her and I, having a great time, relaxing. But the whole time, my brain just felt scattered. I had a million things in my head, and I didn't really let myself reset. Instead, I just thought of a million things. I wasn't working, but my brain sort of was, and it just never really calmed down. And then I get home, and I'm just like, I don't feel like I even really left, and now I'm behind because I was gone. And somebody out there has to understand what I'm thinking or feeling. If you do, write in, because human beings like commiseration. We like to know that somebody else understands. So who knows? Maybe I finally, at the very least, just put it to bed and go, go talk to somebody and see if I can get a diagnosis. And maybe I'm dead wrong. I might be wrong. Self-perception is often super flawed, and mine is anyway. I can't speak for anyone else. But I'm pretty sure I almost always think of things that aren't really going on. So maybe this is also just sort of in my head. But knowing would be half the battle, as the fine folks on G.I. Joe used to tell us during commercial breaks. You know, they'd say, don't walk in the street. And he'd say, oh, okay, I learned my lesson, big fella, whoever the guy was. And he'd say, that's right. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Right? Oh, Ripley. She's looking at me like the worst audience member of all time. She doesn't find any of this hilarious. And that's a little bothersome. Anyway, or you know what else it might help? It might help, since I think some of my kids have similar feelings about their own attention spans, and I wonder if me doing this might be a good way for them to go, oh, maybe I should do, you know what I mean? Like maybe that's a smart thing to do. Give them a little I don't know, a hand up the stair to greater enlightenment in their lives. Or maybe this is all dumb and I don't need to talk about it. I don't know. I really don't know. I do know that your feedback has been awesome lately. I think I even have a text or two. Hold on. Let's read these real quick. Since I'm outside, I gotta use my phone. Don't really have these ready, but that's just because I wasn't thinking about it. Probably another thing on my to-do list. All right, here's one. Got a message from Doyle. That's such a great name. I wish I knew more people named Doyle. Doyle's a great name. Like a friend named Doyle. Just love that. Anyway, Scott, with your recent kick on history, I guess he said history kick. Anyway, you should check out the YouTube channel Kings and Generals if you haven't already. They do very cool breakdowns of historical battles and events. They also have a second channel, Wizards and Warriors, that does a sci-fi and fantasy breakdown like Warhammer, Star Wars, Elder Scrolls, etc. I think you would enjoy them. Doyle, I am going to check those out. I've never heard of them. But I do love history, and I do love the breaking down of history, if that's a word. Is that a word? I don't know what that word means. But I like that, so I will definitely check that out. Thank you for your message, and I'm writing this down so I don't lose it. Here's another one from Thomas. He is in New Hampshire. That's where all the American hobbits live. Oops, sorry. It says, about your latest diary entry, although I think it was a couple back, I agree you should not be sick in the summer. Be sick all you want in the winter, but when summer comes around, absolutely no sickness. This is Thomas Maddock from New Hampshire. Yeah, I fully agree. I have a full agreement with you on that. I think that it's not cool. It's not fair, and there's too much going around. There's a lot of COVID right now, and I think I talked about that the other day. Maybe it was just yesterday he's replying to. Was it yesterday I talked about that? I couldn't remember the word surge. Oh my gosh, dude. That was so stupid. You know how many people wrote me mid-episode and told me it was surge before they realized I finally got to say surge? I don't blame them, because I was annoying. That was annoying that I couldn't do that, and it took forever, but I finally got there. Yeah, Brian Ibbett's still down with the COVID. It sounded terrible today. I talked to him. Well, he sent me a voice message. It sounded rough. He's having it as bad as I had it in 2022. That was really awful. Cannot recommend it. Hi, Ripley. Did you go pee? Good girl. Did you go pee-pee? Oh, she's a good girl. Yes. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Ellen Ripley, the female dog, is an awesome dog. We love her. She's also kind of an idiot, and her breath smells like 14 dead fish in the back of a Walmart. Don't eat the leaves. Hey, Ripley, don't eat the leaves. Thank you. That usually means you don't feel good. What's going on? Are you okay? Yeah, sickness in the summer. It's the worst. I can't think of anything worse when it comes to viruses or bacteria. It's getting it in the summer. Save it for the winter when you get a little downtime. Snow's out. Can't go anywhere anyway. Lay on the couch. Get some hot soup. That sort of thing. Summer? Lame. That's it for now. I'm sure I have others, but I haven't gone through them, so I'll be doing that for the next episode, and I hope you're having a good one. I hope that if you are also undiagnosed ADD or ADHD, that you write in. You tell me what you think. You share your feelings. You people listening on YouTube, I put these all on there now. They're just audio with static video card on it, because that also works as people's podcast now, because that's what Google's using for podcasts. It's very confusing, but it's fine with me. Whatever, I'll put them there. Yeah, you people too. Comments. I like YouTube comments. I know that sounds insane, but I like yours. And follow me on Threads. I don't talk about it enough, but Threads is my new home. I like it there. It's my new social media thing. Twitter, I'm done. F them. That place is a cesspool. Threads isn't perfect, but it's starting on a better foot, and they're actively doing things I like to see being done to a service like that. And at least for now, in this very moment, it's basically Twitter 2010, which was a real high point. Maybe it'll head to garbage eventually. I don't know, but right now it's a pretty great place to hang out and talk. So follow me on there. I am Actual Scott. It's also my Instagram account. So that's threads.net/actualscott. Or you can just find it in the app, I guess. And that's Scott with 2 T's. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic day, weekend, whatever it is you're doing. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.